Hello, we shall continue with our generalization tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to perform the line simplification of the world map boundaries using algorithm of bend simplify. So we shall add our data. We shall add our data. For example, I have added the world data and the world boundaries data. So since we are going to use the line simplification, so we are going to convert these polygons into lines. So I'm going to show you how to convert polygons into line by going to Windows, search, then you shall type polygon to line. Polygon to line features. You click enter. So we have feature to line, feature to polygon, so we need polygon to line. Double click there. So a table to convert the polygon into line, since we know that the world boundaries are in polygon form, that is by checking of the attribute table. For example, checking of the attribute table, you can see these world boundaries are in polygon form. So we are going to change these polygons into lines by use of this table. So I can show you. You shall input world boundaries. Then when the process is complete, you shall click OK. You shall click OK. But before to click OK, you can just note some changes that you can save it as world lines. And click OK. So there are some algorithms taking place so as to add this layer of world lines into the layer panel. So let us see. So the polygon has been converted into lines successfully, and this layer has been added here, and you can see even this region to the boundaries have changed. So we are going to turn off the boundary data and the world data, and we are left with the world lines. So I'm going to show you now how to generalize or how to perform simplification of the world boundaries using the bend simplify algorithm. So you shall go to a toolbox, then toolbox. This some algorithms which are taking place. So the toolbox is here. So we shall go to cartography tools, double click, then generalization. Then since we need to simplify the world boundaries as line, and we have converted it into line, so we shall use simplify line. So we are going to input this feature that we are going to simplify. Then we shall save it as bend we shall save it as bend simplify. Bend simplify. Then we shall input the algorithm of bend simplify here. Then we shall input the simplification tolerance, which is for the lowest value possible to acquire the degree of accuracy that you need. So if you want much accurate, so the simplification tolerance should be more smaller. So for me, I'm going to use 0.1 for your visibility, or so that it may display well, but you may use 0.01 or something that is smaller than this. But if you input 0, for example, you shall encounter an error, since the simplification tolerance must be greater than 0. So I am going to put 0.1. I shall click OK. Then some algorithms will take place, and I shall have another added layer panel here that shall have finished the process of generalization by bend simplify. But I'm going to show you using another simplification tolerance so that we can differentiate. So you can see that this layer panel has been added here, so it is here now. So we can turn off the word lines. So this is the word lines that have been generalized or by performance of simplification by the bend simplify method. So we are going to see then what is the difference that is caused by the algorithm of bend simplify. So we shall open the word lines, which was the former, or the one that we are generalizing, and see the effect of bend simplify and read. So you can see by using the simplification tolerance, which is much smaller, by turning off the word lines, we are left with the bend simplify lines algorithm, which appear like this. So when we turn the word lines, you can see they appear in blue. So this algorithm of bend simplify, for example, at this point, these two bends were simplified into this such line. So let me show you when we use a simplification tolerance which is higher, how this may appear. So we are going to put the word lines, then higher simplification, for example for 10. We shall input the bend simplify here, then write 10, which is a higher simplification tolerance. Then we shall click OK. So let us wait for the algorithm to finish the process. You can see this is the initial word line. This is after bend simplification with a tolerance of 0.1. So let us see the effect of tolerance of 10, which is greater than 0.1 in added times. So let us kindly. So you can see that this layer panel here has been added, this one here in red. So this implies that when you zoom in, you can see that I turn off the bend simplify with a simple tolerance of simplification tolerance of 0.1. you can see that the initial word lines, the bend simplify has made this data appear, this much of the data will have lost compared to the bend simplify of 0.1. So much of the data, as the simplification tolerance increases in the value of the number, much of the data in the former data that was to be generalized using the line simplification algorithm will have lost. So we prefer to use the simplification tolerance, which is much minimal or much smaller, where much of our data will not be distorted. So I shall prefer to use the word or the bend simplification, bend simplify with tolerance of 0.1, and I shall save this as my map that I have done using the bend simplify. So that was all for this video. You can just follow for the next video. So to save, you shall come here to files, come to export map, then you shall export your map. Mine, I shall export it in PDF form and save it in desktop as GIS PDF. So that's all for this video. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe for the next video, for the next simplification of lines algorithm, which is the weighted area. So goodbye.